Hey y'all, this is Mary Magnolia Stitcher. Today is Wednesday, May 28th, 2025, and this is Flosstube 39. And Bo says hi. He thinks he's a kitty dog. This is Bo. When they get up on the back of the thing like that, we teasingly say they think they're a kitty dog. Okay, so today I have 5 things I've been working on. Well, 4 things and 1 new start. I failed miserably at Mermania. Just did. I knew as soon as I told y'all what my plans were, they would not happen. I didn't do any of my plans this month. Yeah. So, then I have some haul, and then we'll get into life. And I'm not doing any plans. Hang on just a minute. I think I need to bring. Well, no, I think that might be okay. It seems like you're far away. Okay. So for my new start, I did The Mermaid of Salem Bay. Ooh, I know what the problem is. That's better. I did The Mermaid of Salem Bay by The Primitive Hair. And it is on 30 Count Pirates Linen by The Primitive Hair. It's a printed linen. And that's what I got done. I've not pulled out a needle minder for this, so it doesn't have a needle minder yet. And yes, I know it's very wrinkled. It's gonna be so pretty. The colors, in my opinion, the floss, the colors are amazing. I love them. Especially the overdyes. See, aren't they pretty? These 4 are overdyes. And I think they're so pretty, especially these 2. And I like this. I just like all 4 of them. Just say it. Okay. That's that one. And then hi. Sorry about that. Evidently the dog saw somebody outside. You don't need to come up here. Well, I guess you think you do. I know. You made a lot of noise. This is Misty. No. Stop. Okay. Lay down. Then I worked on... Stop. You're not helping. Mary Gibson, 1828, by Whilst Iris Snaps. And I have the Roxy Floss Co. conversion for this. But I do not have a before picture for this because it was so big and I forgot to take it. It's so big and I forgot to take a before picture before I got it into the Q-Snap, and I was not taking it out. But this is on 36 Count Dirty Porcelain by Roxy Flosstube. And this is where I am. See how big it is? I swear, I never feel like my lighting is good. But I've got the center part of the border done, and then I have to go around and do, this is part of the flower. So I'll go around and do this, and then I'll do like the bud of the flower. I guess it's a flower. The bud of the flower, and then there's an inner border. And then I'll move on to the inner workings of the sampler. And this is a full fat quarter of fabric. Next time I get it out, I'm gonna cut it down now that I have the full outline, and don't have to wrangle so much fabric. Alright. Then I worked on Wild Horse by Dimensions. This is a Dimensions kit that I'm doing for my 10-year-old to go in her room. Sorry about the glare, guys. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. And I put where I was last time here. And you are not going to see much progress. I love this piece. Do not like stitching on it. But that's what I've gotten done. There we go. That's what I've gotten done. Like I said, not much. I worked down in here some. Not much difference. This didn't even get a full day. I was like, no. I stitched on it for a few hours and I was done. It's got blends and stuff. I just don't like it. I don't like stitching on it. It's my cough syrup stitch. Then I stitched on the Pilgrim by Long Dog Samplers. Would you cooperate? And I put where I was last time here. And this is on This is on 40 Count Linen Country Mocha by Zweigart. And I'm doing it on the non-modeled side. That's where I am. That's where I've gotten to. Boy, these shadows are awful. I've almost finished the first page. I've just got this little bit right here to do to finish the first page. And I've got to decent start on the second one if you ask me, but I don't really know. I don't know how I'm going to move through these pages. I don't want to go all the way across because I don't want to wind up with a line here. I'm thinking like go here, then here, like that, like in a diagonal for the pages, but I don't know. I haven't decided. And whenever I tell y'all, I'll probably do something different. Because that's how I work. And this is also a full fat half. And I'm using an unnamed silk from Hand Dyed by Rolanda. It's got the beautiful, it's purple and pinks and blues and all kinds of colors in it. All right, one more. So the last few days, I've been working on Mary We Read by Modern Folk Embroidery. This is from 1783. And I'll put where I was last time here. And I feel like I made some pretty good progress on this. I had finished the border last time, I know. And then I did that top band. And I'm using a Vicki Clayton Silks conversion for this. But I finished the top band, and then next I'll go into the words, which most of the words are 1/1 or over 1. I'm doing it with one strand, but it'll be over 1. That's that. Is that not pretty? See if I can capture a screenshot of this. All right, that is all of my stitching. I had a lot of no stitching days this month. May is the end of the school year and all that stuff, and it just gets so busy. April. So you can see, I put my, what I stitched, I put on the top, and you can see I had a lot of no stitching days. A lot. The first couple of weeks of May were crazy. Okay. Can I help you, kitty dog? So, on to haul. So, I got Spring and Summer Seasons of the Hearts with Thy Needle and Thread. And Easter Beret by Blackbird Designs. I got American Welcome by Plum Street Samplers. I got Gifts of the Season by Blackbird Designs. I love this one. I love all the pinks and this bird. I love this bird. I love birds. I got E. Harris, 1876 by Quaint Rose Needle Arts. I love those pink birds, doves, or whatever they're supposed to be. Oh, and this is Roxy Flosstube. Cool. And then I thought this one was friggin' hilarious. It's Quilting Nanny by Quaint Rose Needle Arts. Look, it's a goat holding a scissor with a bee scalp with flowers coming out of it, sitting on his back. I mean, really? It's freaking hilarious. And then this is the one that I was actually looking for. Easter Peak Parade by Brenda Gervais. Niecy Lynn. I don't know if she still has it up because I haven't watched her in a couple of weeks because I've been so busy. But when she had her Easter stuff up, she had this. And I loved it so much, I had to do it myself. I have a pink mist dye from Color and Cotton, and I'm going to do this in. And I got see if I can find it. There's one more. I got all the floss for it, but I can't seem to find where I put it. It's not it. I'll find it, but here's some of it. I had Antique Rose by the Gentle Arts. Okay, and then I got Winter Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. Somehow this got lost. I don't know if it's because I moved or my subscription had run out or what. And I got Spring. I'm pretty sure my subscription had run out, so I started a new subscription. This is my favorite. And then I got My World of Cross Stitch for sometime. May. I'm missing a few of these. These, I don't know what it is, but these, like, sometimes I'll get 2 or 3 in a row right together for months. And sometimes I just won't get months at all. I know it's got to have something to do with the postal service. Let's see. And then guessing I didn't bring the floss for Easter Peak Parade. I don't know. Okay. And then I got Live on Little by Plum Street Samplers. I saw this on somebody's Flosstube and fell in love with that house. I feel like it was the tattoo stitcher, but maybe not. I fell in love with this house. Color and everything. I just love it. I got that. I got the DNCs, so I have to look through my stash and pull them. The Weeks Dye Works for it. And the Classic Color Works for it. And then I got, let's see. There was something about this. It was a fox and rabbit fabric, and it was not, I like, when I buy from 123 Stitch, I like to just kit it up there. If I know I'm fixing to start it. So, they didn't have the fox and rabbit. And I'm not going to do that. That's going to be really loud. So I got Picture This Plus Heartland 40 count. And I'm going to put all this back in the bag. I think I'm going to start that pretty soon because I've seen that several times and liked it. And then I got a really good look at it on Jordan's, I really think it was Jordan. Well, on that Flosstube. And I just had to have it. Okay. So then I'll save my floss for last. So I got my Mystic Fabrics. Fabric of the month. And it is Napa 40 count linen. And it is gorgeous. Like her stuff always is. I do need to send her a thing to change to the neutrals though. I love her color fabrics, but I've really been, the stuff I've been stitching, I've been wanting to put on neutrals. So, I really need to get that switched. And then, sorry for the crinkle, guys. Then I got the, Be Stitch Me. Yeah, Be Stitch Me fabric of the month was Grog. That's not showing true to color. It's kind of an orangey. Missy, you in the way. It's kind of an orange, pinkish, orangish, pinkish, neutral. It's very pretty. It's not showing either. Would you quit sitting on my stuff? You're jealous of brother. Him gets to be up here. You should get to be up here too, huh? But you're in the way. Oh, goodness gracious. She likes to eat. Okay. So, I got my weeks. I joined the Stitch New England. Stop, baby. Weeks Dye Works. Floss Club. No, ma'am. And I got that. And I got Artichoke. Autumn Leaves. azaleas, Aztec red, baby's breath, baked apple, banana popsicle, banana pudding, ow, Bo, bark, and bashful. So Bernadette with Burn Stitches gets this. And a couple of months ago, she said they were starting over on the alphabet. So I decided to get in from the ground up, so to speak. But I was a month late to do that. So this is the second. Hush. Nobody wants to hear that. That's the second month's worth. And then I got my thread. Shush. I got my Threadworks floss cloth, nest egg. So, and she sends the list of names, but they're numbered, and I like doing them by the number. So that's how I do them. So there's this one. This one. That one. That's a pretty royal blue. That's not even quite royal blue. It's like, it goes between like royal blue and just a regular blue. This one. That one. This beauty. This is a beautiful color. I love that color. It's like a sage green. Sage green is my favorite color. That one. This one. And another pretty blue. So there's those. And then a couple that I'm doing myself. So I'm collecting the color and cottons, 10 at a time. So there's apple picking, apricot, arbor vitae, arctic, asparagus, autumn blaze, hush it, azure, Baby carrots. Baby chick. Misty. No, ma'am. No. Acadia. Misty. Sorry, she's trying to go back up to the front, and if she goes to the front door, she'll start barking. Won't you? I'll have to voice my opinion about everything. And then banana. Battleship. Baked apples. Biscuit. Barn owl. Barrel cactus. Baguette. Balsamic. Bay leaf, which I don't use to my husband's chagrin. And beach house. That's all of those. And then I'm also collecting Cottage Garden Threads. Cottage Garden Threads is out of Australia. So I have Aeonium. Why you have to be difficult? Allenby. Amethyst. Apricot. I think I pronounced that two separate ways. Aster. Baby's breath. Banksia. Some of these I wonder if the names aren't something 100% Australian because they're not familiar to me. Bart. I don't know what Bart refers to, but all I can think about is The Simpsons. I should probably research these. I love to learn about other cultures. Beatrix. Birch bark. That's what I put on the ring. And the ones that came in yesterday that I have not put on the ring yet, that are still in the plastic, so excuse the glare. Blue wren. Ampersand. Feronia. Burgundy, which is indeed a burgundy. Bluegrass. Brawley is another one I'd love to know the story behind. Blackwood. Bridal veil. Blue cypress. And burgundy bark. That is all of my haul. I've definitely had more, but that was a whole lot. Made in Gippsland, Australia. Probably pronounced that wrong. But I love these. I love the colors and everything. I think they're so, every time I see them, I love them. And I finally decided I just needed to get them myself. Okay, so I don't really have any plans. I may look at starting the Easter Pea Parade, but I don't make any guarantees there. Live on Little's a possibility too. Excuse me. I don't know. I don't really have any plans. I learned not to do plans, especially after this month. It was like I told y'all the plans, and then my mind said, I'm just kidding. Okay, so life. I started driving for DoorDash. Which I enjoy. I love to drive. You don't have to interact with Misty. You don't have to interact with a lot, probably about 50% of the customers at least. There's a lot of leave at my door, which is really nice. But I will tell you, people do not tip their delivery drivers. I mean, I'm not doing you a favor, and we don't get paid enough. I'm doing a job. You wouldn't go to a restaurant and not tip a waitress. Granted, I don't have to continue to refill your drinks and check and see if you're okay, but I'm still bringing you your stuff. I always tip. Always. In fact, I try to tip 20% unless it's like only going to be a couple of dollars, and then I try to tip at least $5 or 20%. And I did that even before I became a delivery driver. And I don't understand the mentality of people who don't tip. You know, if your order's wrong, it's not my fault. You need to take that up with the restaurant. And DoorDash has a thing where you can go in and you can say, I didn't get this. And they'll give you a credit or a refund. I mean, tip your friggin' delivery drivers, people. Tip them. And, so that's that. School ended. Kids are out for the summer. Yay. I'm already wishing they would go back to school. And the last day was last Thursday. And I'm already wishing school would start back. I love my kids. But they are kids. And they're loud. And wild. And, you know, I tried to homeschool for a while. I don't know what I was thinking. I like my me time during the day. I really didn't know if I was going to be able to make a Flosstube this month because you never know what the kids are going to be doing. And we have neighborhood kids that like to come over and play with my kids, which is great. There's extra kids all the time. I like kids. I don't think I like them as much as I thought I did. So, there's that. We're done with baseball. We've been done with soccer. Kevin got the All A's Academic Excellence Award, which I'm not surprised. He gets B's occasionally, but on his report cards, he's never had anything but A's so far. Now, he's going into 7th grade next year, so I know it gets harder as they go up. My oldest is going into high school. Oh my gosh. Where did it go? I'll have 1 in high school, 1 in middle school, and 2 in elementary. And then next year, I'll have 2 in middle school. They're growing up so fast. Let's see. Oh, we got a kitten. And if you'll hold on a minute, I'll go get her and show her to you. Okay, guys. Oh, guys, stop. I went and got the kitten. Misty. See? Ain't she cute? She is 6 to 8 weeks old. One of the neighbors had stray cats at his work, and he was trying to get rid of the kittens, and my oldest begged her daddy for a kitten until he gave in. And so now we have a kitten. She does like the dogs, but they are all in her face, but they never have time with her unsupervised. But her name is Pumpkin, not Pumpkin. Pumpkin, Punkin. Where are you going, Pumpkin? She thinks she's a shoulder cat. Bo. I didn't really think this through. She sleeps in my oldest room with her, but she is Pumpkin. No, you can't get down. She must have to go potty. Hang on. Whew. Okay. I took her back up to my daughter's room where she could go potty and eat and drink and dry my daughter nuts. So then, not to be outdone, my son, who has been begging for a leopard gecko, bought himself a leopard gecko, which I'm not going to go get and show you. Because it's just still acclimating. We just got it Monday. So he's still acclimating. And my son is obsessed. We got a 10-gallon tank because that was all that they had. And he was texting me last night in the middle of the night. He named him Galaxy Annihilator. Okay. He says he's going to change it because it's not funny anymore. But he named him Galaxy Annihilator. Okay, so usually we go get our stuff from PetSmart. There's PetSmart, Petco, and PetSense around here. We don't go to PetSense because I've had a bad experience with them. I set up a grooming. Nobody ever let me know. Nobody was there. Nobody told me anything. So I took the dog up there and had to turn around and come back home with it. And they weren't even kind of apologetic. And it made me very upset. I wasn't rude to them, but it made me very upset. So we don't go to PetSense. PetSmart is closer than Petco, but Monday PetSmart closed at 6, and it was like 6:15 when we got there. So, and my son was all gung-ho to get his leopard gecko, and I couldn't stand to see him so disappointed. So I contacted Petco and asked them what time did they close. Did they have leopard geckos? They said 9 and yes. So we went over there, and their animals look so much better taken care of than PetSmart's. They have larger enclosures. They have... Okay, PetSmart, if they get more than one ball python, they put them all in one tank. And the tanks are little. But Petco uses the same size tank, but each ball python had its own tank. Which it is great because they're solitary from what I know. And then the mammals are better taken, look like they were healthier, and I think Petco is a better store. And the manager was the one helping us, and he seemed to be pretty knowledgeable about the different animals. But then there was not really an older lady, but older than me at the cash register, and she was trying to sign me up for this membership, but their system was down, so she rebooted the register thinking it might be the register. So we had to wait for the register to reboot. And she was like, so what are you naming him? And everything. And Kevin was talking to her, and Brooke was with me too, so Brooke was talking to her. And when he finally decided on the name, he said Galaxy Annihilator. She said that that was the most entertaining pet sale that she had, which I'm sure it was. And she said she used to teach 6th grade. She was asking kids what grade they were going into. She said she used to teach 6th grade. And I'm just there like, really? But, so that was that. And then, of course, the little two want a pet. But they're really... The 10-year-old Mike could take care of something a little more like a hamster or something. But last time we got her hamster, her little sister squeezed it to death. So they both want their own pet because Rachel and Kevin have their own pets. So Brooke and Samantha want their own pets. And we're going Thursday, tomorrow, to get them fish. I think that's probably something more in their wheelhouse than like a hamster or something. Takes less mama involvement. But we're going to go to Petco. I will drive the extra for the better treatment of the animals. I want to support, if I'm going to support a store, chain or otherwise. I want to support the store that is doing things better. So, I mean, it's not like I don't have to drive by there to go to Costco anyway. But, and they also have, so you can get this membership for each one of your pets. It costs, but it's not outrageously priced. It's a monthly cost. But then you get discounts on food, and they reimburse you for a percentage of your vet care. And there was something else. Supplies and all that stuff, you get percentages back. You get a certain amount. With the reptiles, you get a certain amount to go towards food. But no, sir. Just getting up on the table. But if you have pets, in my opinion, based on what they explained to me, it's worth it. It's called Vital Care. You can go through petco.com. I think it's their website, Petco's website, and get it there. And I think it's worth it. Especially because we buy the expensive food. I buy Blue Buffalo for all of my mammal pets. For my dogs and the cat. I used to buy it because, you know, everybody said they needed grain-free. But then I talked to the vet and they don't need grain-free. It's not good for them. But Blue Buffalo has healthier grains and healthier products, in my opinion. But I'm also that crazy person that will do raw food for their animals. So I had a schnauzer that was Gidget. She was so completely spoiled that quite often I would make raw food for her, but I would make like a whole bunch, and she only ate like that much at once. So I would make a whole bunch and freeze it. But let's see, what else happened? I think that's about it. Oh, my oldest turned 14. She's ancient now. She got to go out with her friends. Out as much as going out with Mama, tagging along as going out. So they went to a trampoline park and out to eat. I did not hang out in the trampoline park. I sat in my car. But when they went in to eat at McAllister's, I went in with them and sat at a different table. Nobody wants to hang out with 5 teenagers. I'm sorry. So there was that. And then I know there's bound to have been more that happened this month. Oh, I got scammed. So I'm usually pretty wise to the scams. I don't fall for this kind of stuff and everything, but I learned a big lesson. So I got a call claiming they were the local sheriff's department, and that I had missed jury duty, and that there was a warrant out for my arrest. Well, in my area, they don't typically put warrants out for jury duty. I have found out since. Missed jury duty. And I have also found out the fine is not very much. But they tricked me out of... I had my niece, so I was really worried about getting arrested. I was really worried about it, and they tricked me out of $15,000. I'm so mad about it. I'm so mad. I did a police report. So they're investigating it, but I'll probably never see that money again. That's part of why I went to work at DoorDash, so I can make the money back. But I've always been really good about spotting scams. And about halfway through this one, I started thinking, this is really strange. And I was like, okay, I'm going to hang up and I'm going to call the local sheriff's department. Well, then they started yelling at me and telling me they were going to send the police to get me. And nobody wants to be arrested, but I was really stupid. I know a lot of people won't admit it. You get scammed, you don't want to admit it because it's really embarrassing. I was really stupid, and I'm not a stupid person. I'm not going to go with I'm like some kind of genius or anything, but I'm not a stupid person. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I fell for it. I don't know how they got me. But it's really sophisticated. They sent me an email with a mocked up case on it. And it's a real judge, just on a real judge in my area that was on there. It's a real case number. I've learned about case numbers, what to spot too. It's a case from 2021. It was a real case, but it was something completely different. And I just, like, I don't even want to answer the phone anymore. Like, I have PTSD. I don't even answer the phone anymore. Every time I answer the phone, I kind of cringe a little now. Because I'm stupid. I don't know. I never thought I was that gullible. I never thought I was that naive. But evidently I am. Anyway. I do think that's all that happened. So, this has gone on for almost an hour. Even with only 5 things that I stitched on. But everything's okay now. And we'll recover. It's just money. So I think that's it for me today. I hope you all have a good June. Why you gotta do stuff, huh? Why you gotta be wild and crazy? Huh? Okay. So I hope you have a good June. And I will see you again at the end of June. Bye.